Got it? You have to click on got it. Zoom showed it to you. Slowly, slowly, really slowly. It's going round. Come on. Zoom showed it to you. Yeah, here we go. Okay, that's why I wanted to check. Yes, there is sound. Everything is fine. So here we go. Tonight's topic is the vagus nerve, actually. Did you know, Adulka?
Yes, I know. I'm very excited about that because for me, I didn't know anything about the vagus nerve unless it was like for digestive and abdominal and, you know, respiratory things. And that was it.
Oh, I see. Well, it's a big, let's say, a topic or trend nowadays. And as far as I see, because I get emails from the Shift Network as well, now they are kind of like flying on this topic and everybody wants to teach something about the vagus nerve. It's interesting to see. I'm going to share my screen and show you some images so that you know where this is and what we are talking about. Just a second, everyone.
And our parasympathetic nerves, which is innervation, which is the vagus nerve, are what commands all the unconscious functions of the world, of our body, like heart rate, like the breathing, and a lot of functions.
Okay, these two images in the middle seem to be quite okay-ish. Can you all please mute yourself so that the sound is better? Thank you. So it's said that the vagus nerve is connecting the brain to the whole body. The vagus nerve travels everywhere within the body, as you can see in these two images. And it is said to be closest to the skin near the belly button. So we can have an effect on the vagus nerve very easily and quickly around the navel, the belly button. And Western science now started talking a lot about the vagus nerve, and they even kind of like realized, let's say so, that our emotional traumas are stored in the vagus nerve. It's really funny because the vagus nerve is connected, of course, to the nervous system. And if I'm talking about Qigong way of looking at the whole world and the human body, many masters now talk about the vagus nerve being the triple warmer. We have 12 meridians. Okay, I'm going to bring another image up to you so that you understand it better. So 12 main meridians, and the Western people can understand 10 of them because we have 5 yin organs and 5 yang organs. But there are 12 meridians, and the extra 2 are also connected to fire. Oh gosh. Come on. Sorry guys, it's easier for me to search in Hungarian. Yeah. I already see some good images here, but let me see. Yeah, this one. Okay, I'm going to get that one in a second. And the triple warmer is connected to the so-called fight or flight system, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic mode of our body. I want the big image. That's why yeah, here we go. I hope most of you already are familiar with this circle. So the red one is the heart, and then you have the spleen, lungs, kidneys, liver. And in TCM, they always make sure that all these elements or organs help each other. They work together in a beneficial energy exchange. And as you can see, on top of this red one, you have the triple warmer and what's the other one? Sometimes it's called circulation and sex, but there is another English name for that as well. It's actually the outside of the heart. I'm going to check that in a second. And Western medicine also realized that they should treat that as a separate organ, separate from the heart, because it seems to have different functions completely. Pericardium. I knew that word. Here we go. Pericardium, the pericardium. So this one is the pericardium, and they are in pairs. And unfortunately, in the modern world, most of the people, I would say 95% of people are always stressed. So they are in a stressed mode. And in that mode, the body takes the energy away from the other organs, all these other organs, the 10 main organs, and it brings all that energy to the muscles, because you have to fight or you have to run away. So you need energy in your muscles. And in ancient times, when people escaped, so to say, then they immediately went back to the relaxed mode, to the parasympathetic system. So all the organs started functioning well again, because they again had the energy to do that, and the body healed itself. But because nowadays most of the people are in this stress mode, there is no chance they are going to get healed, whatever they do. That's why there are so many things like, oh, I've been to this, I don't know, chiropractor, I've been to Reiki healer, I've been to Theta healing, I took herbal medicine, you name it, but still I'm not well. And this can be one of the causes. So the most important thing is to calm down the nervous system, to get into the relaxed mode, because then the body can start functioning well. And we can achieve that very quickly with Qigong exercises, and super quickly if we do exercises which have an effect on the vagus nerve. So tonight I'm going to show you some of these exercises, of course, but I would really love to have a little bit of conversation before that, because I'm not sure you already knew this information about the vagus nerve, or if you have any questions. So if you have, please put up your hand, that yellow hand at reactions, so that I can see that you want to ask a question, and then we'll go from there on. Roxana, you were the first one.
Yeah, I know a bit about vagus nerve because I do a lot of other Qigong things, and I do a tapping exercise also to keep the vagus nerve active.
Mm.
and we have a quantum physics energy master, and he does a lot of vagus nerve activations. Use it for different healing things or connecting with the source and energy.
Mm.
And also, I have a daily meditation Monday to Friday, Sunday to Thursday, with a gentleman in New Zealand who does the vagus nerve healing a lot during his meditations. Yeah.
All right. You brought up a very good topic. I see, Chris, that you want to ask the questions. Please bear with me. Roxana, you probably know that Christina Hepburn just died, and she was
Yes.
a great theta healer, and so on. She had cancer. And many people, I'm sure, from Mind Valley, who are from Mind Valley, they have a huge question mark in their heads regarding that. How can it happen? Especially those who knew her. I knew her as well because I attended her sessions last year. And, it's because if you have to change something in your life and you don't change that, then the body has to signal to you. And especially with people who have cancer, they are, many of them always put other people in front of them, always want to serve others. And they are in the last place. And these people have to learn to finally realize what their own needs are and what they really like in their lives and how they would like it to be, because most of them don't have a clue about it. And especially cancer is connected to emotional traumas, very deep emotional traumas as well. And many people go to others like, okay, you heal me, okay, you do a meditation, and then the energy does I don't know what. And it's not working because you don't change. And the body always just signals that, hey, you have to change. And it will signal to you until you don't change. And it's the same for me as well. I mean you for general terms. It's not about, I'm not saying it to you, Roxana, okay? Don't take it like that.
No, I understand what you're trying to tell everybody about it. And
it's highly important that many people don't.
To be kind to yourself, like you have to be kind and love to yourself.
No, I'm not talking about being kind. I'm talking about firm action you have to take.
Yes.
Sometimes many people confuse things, and I see that I want to be a good person, so I'm going to be even better and to serve everybody. And actually what you should do is to say, hey, stop there and don't come nearer. And you are not going to do that again with me. And if you don't stand up, you don't stand your ground until you don't do it, you are ill.
Yep.
And I'm sure that there are many people here now on this call or are going to watch this video later on YouTube, especially, or on my Facebook page. And I hope that I do help you. Yes, actually, she died 2 days ago. Yes, Shiva. So
I was in
you have to change, and this change is always uncomfortable. And life doesn't bring you an illness or problems because they don't like you. It puts you in a more and more difficult surrounding until you stand up for yourself, because that's what you have to do. Until it's so unbearable that you finally say, enough is enough.
Yeah, each person has to reach that point.
Yeah.
Like a couple of days back, I was with a friend and she's having severe lower back pain since she fell on her tailbone. And she used to go for walks every day, and that used to keep her happy. But I was just trying to show her just the neck exercise, which we do in
Yeah.
the spine thing.
Yeah.
And she says, "Oh, no, I don't have time for exercises."
Exactly. And that's just an
So there you go.
excuse.
You
What?
cannot push them
You
anymore.
don't have time, a couple of minutes for your own health, well-being? Come
Yeah,
on. Are you
yeah.
pulling my leg? So, yeah, but people do say that.
Yes.
People want somebody else to heal them, and they don't change anything at all. And they
That's
even
right.
say that I paid you. No, it doesn't work like that. So yeah, I love Qigong from that way as well, because in Qigong you have to work. You have to do the exercises. Um, and because you do the exercises, you started paying attention to yourself, then the illnesses can really quickly go away. I just had a 2-day workshop this weekend as well. And in each workshop, I explain all of these things because it's necessary. If you really want to get healthy, you have to change. And most people are afraid when they hear this, that I have to change. Why do I have to change? And in most cases, it's not the change you are afraid to do, but it's a change which brings you very good results and it's good for you. Yeah. Many people think that, oh, I have to be a more loving person. You are not a loving person if you let other people tread on you and use you. Okay? Roxana, do you still want to say something, or can I go to Chris?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, sorry. I'll put my hand down.
Oh, yeah, thank you. So, Chris, you had your hand up.
Yes, I did. Thank you, CK. Just wanted to ask you, I'm here just to see what you're about. That's my first
Yeah.
time. But I'm also wanted to see what is your view to use a vagus nerve stimulator?
No,
Do you
I
have any
don't.
experience with that?
No. And I don't like using any kind of machines or tools like that. I have to be honest with you. I know about, for example, magnetic stuff that you put in your bed or in your car and so on. And I always consider them as an outside thingy, and people don't do, again, anything for their health. Yeah, they can help, definitely. I guess this one can help as well.
Okay.
And because I've been teaching Qigong since 2007, so I've seen a lot. And I always see that people do have to take action on their own as well. And by action, I don't mean that you pay, let's say, I don't know, $5,000 for a very good machine, which is doing, I don't know what kind of subliminal programs, and you just sit and everything is fine afterwards. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just mute myself and just watch what exercise you're doing that I can perhaps implement in my life as well.
Yeah, just a second. Now I would like to read what's in the chat as well. Oh, I didn't put my name on. CK stands for Qigong. I'm sure you know that there are different ways of writing that word. And this is my business account, but I'm going to change my name. Just a second. We started talking at the beginning and I completely forgot about it. Here we go. All right. So many things can help you a lot, like herbs can help you as well, or doing some kind of meditation can help you, of course. Qigong is special because you also do movement. There is a meditation involved in it as well, and there is always energy involved. And the energy starts cleansing out the blockages in those 12 energy meridians I just talked about when we started. And wherever there is a blockage, not just in your body, the physical body, but the energetic bodies as well. Qigong works on the physical body, on your ethereal body. Then there is the emotional body, and then the mental body. And this is called causal body. And that includes not just the conscious, but also the subconscious. So Qigong has effect on all those levels as well. This weekend, there were 2 participants from different parts of the world, of course, but both of them started crying because past trauma started coming up. And it's not good if you don't let those events, traumas to come to the surface. They have to come to the surface, because when you become conscious of what's going on inside, what is ruining your health, then you can really let go. Let it just cleanse out. And then it won't have any bad effect within your body. And it's also true about choice. What thoughts I let myself have in my mind during the day, what feelings I let be within me, because the thoughts are not me, the emotions are not me. I just let them, I just choose them. And the negative emotions, negative thoughts have got a very low vibration. And in this low vibration, all kinds of pathogens, viruses, bacteria, or illnesses, whatever you want to call this, they thrive in this low vibration. So if you want quick change, you have to get yourself into a high vibration. And of course, love, joy, and gratefulness is on the top. That's why I always suggest, especially for people who have serious illnesses, to, for example, watch comedies or watch YouTube videos where there are tiny toddlers, children, or dogs or cats and funny situations, and you just laugh. Because laughing has a very good effect on your nervous system. It relaxes you, and the energy starts flowing, and the blockages start cleansing out, and then your body starts functioning better, much better. When I was in China on retreat, we always did that. I mean, the Qigong masters did that with us. Every morning and every afternoon, when we started the 3-hour sessions, they would put on some kind of music. First, they did it, and we danced and we made fun and had a good time with each other. And then very soon we started choosing the music we wanted to have. But the main idea was to shift the mindset, because everybody came from their problems, their illnesses, why life sucks, why things don't work. And you have to shift here to pay attention to completely different things. Actually, you have to choose what you pay attention to, what you really want in your life. Oh, okay. It's still about Christina in the chat. Yes. Mhm. Okay, so you do have to understand that. And there is one more thing I wanted to explain, especially that I can choose Christina's case. It's always the soul who decides what they want. And if the soul decides that they want to leave this earth plane, then they go. No matter what the person down on earth says or talks about, because it's the soul who decides. That's also a very interesting topic, and it is a big lesson for others who know that person to learn how to let go, how to accept that the soul chose something else, to continue somewhere else, because there is life after death as well. There are actually, I think there are no right or wrong answers. It's just we humans who always want to label everything with something. Maybe you label me as well. Yeah, maybe I remind you subconsciously of somebody you love, then you love me. But if I remind you of somebody you hated, couldn't stand, then it's a nightmare to just listen to me. And it can happen. For example, on Mind Valley, I enrolled into a program. I'm not going to tell you which one. And the woman's voice irritates me so much, I get nervous as soon as I start the recording. And it should help me. It should help me to get into the other state. Is she to blame because of that? There are thousands of people who love her and who thank her that she helped them so much in their lives. We cannot satisfy everybody. There is a saying that whatever I do, whatever I say, whatever way I behave, 30%, 1/3 of the people are going to love me, 1/3 of the people can't stand me, and 1/3 don't care. And this percentage is always the same. So if this percentage is always the same, be yourself, who you really are, how you like being within you. As I said, the vagus nerve is connected to traumas, and I'm sure that everybody, each of us has got traumas from the childhood. And how to explain that? I'll take my example, what I usually say in my courses. You know, the cells, they get old, and then the new cell comes, yes? The stem cell, which can become any cell within your body. If needs be, it becomes an eye cell or a nose cell or a liver cell or kidney cell, whatever. So the stem cell goes, let's say, to the liver. Meets the old cell that's going to die. And the old cell gives the brand new healthy cell the information how this cell, the new cell, should behave. That's why people who wear, for example, glasses, they wear glasses even after 10 or 20 years. You shouldn't. The new cell that arrives there is completely healthy, no fault in it. But it receives the information how it has to behave. And this is just a mechanism how our body works. If we change the information, the cell immediately starts to behave differently. For example, many of you probably know that people who have several personalities, let's say it nicely, when they are in a session and the psychotherapist is with them, they have different chairs for the different personas. Let's say it like that. There are so many good films about this topic and with excellent actors and actresses. As soon as the person changes to the other personality, everything changes. Everything. How they talk, their tone, their behavior, but not just that. They made an experiment and put them on machines. And let's say that one personality, one persona had problems with the liver. Another persona of hers or his was completely healthy. A third one had severe bronchitis. Guess what? When she changed into the other persona, immediately the receptors sent the message and the computer showed the numbers according to that illness or according to being completely healthy. And this shift happens like this in seconds in their case. Yes, the body can shift that quickly. So keep that in mind. Okay? And I guess if there is no question, we are going to start with the exercises. Time has flown, but this was very important information. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to accept, let's say, my worldview. You don't have to accept my experience. Just think about it. So today we are going to do exercises that are near the navel. As I said, the vagus nerve is closest to the skin here in this area. Okay, so what we are going to do first is a kind of tapping on the two sides of the navel in the middle, just where the navel is. We start tapping like this. Tapping is highly beneficial because it has an effect on the stuck energies. It starts removing the stuck energy. It can be emotions, it can be physical problems, whatever. Okay. And another type of tapping is that one hand goes exactly on the navel in the middle and the other one above. Here is your stomach actually, the stomach starts. Or esoterically, here is your solar plexus. So these two. Pay attention to your body, pay attention to what happens within you. Okay, cool. And now the third exercise is a very smooth exercise. I'm going to show you. You put one of your hands on the belly button, whichever comes first. Don't worry about which one comes first. Your body knows better. If you do this exercise on a regular basis, you will notice that one day is like that, and then suddenly you don't know why it changes to the other one. So trust your body. And we are going to do tiny circles, like caressing this area, like loving this area. It's almost like massage, but you don't press it. There is no pressure on it at all, just caressing. And the round movement starts from the top, around the navel, from top to the right, to the bottom, to the left, and back to the top. See, I'm just doing very tiny circles. But if you feel like bigger ones, do that. It's up to you. And it's best to do it on your skin. I had to show you on my clothes, but it's best to put your hands on your skin, on your belly. So the skin touches the skin, and do it like that, okay? And look inwardly, pay attention to your own body. I'm going to mute everybody. Please don't do another stuff because you are taking the energy away from the group. Be present and just do this exercise, okay? And we stop at the top and we do the other direction, which is the clockwise direction. So from the top to the left, to the bottom, to the right, and to the top, and go on slowly and paying attention to your body, being fully aware for your body. We are doing an exercise. You joined quite late, so I'm going to show it to you. This is our last exercise. We are at the belly button. Put your hand on the belly button and the other palm on the back of your hand. And you do little circles from top to the left, to the bottom, to the right, and to the top. And circle like this, slowly paying attention inwardly. All right, slowly stop. Move your fingers, your toes, and if need be, your arms, your legs, your torso. Be present in your room. Be present for this Zoom call. And let's see what you experience. So please again, put your hand up so that I see your yellow hands. And I'd like you to share your experience with us. Yes, Adulka. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah, I was almost sleeping.
Mm,
It was like I was almost going. It was very hard to stay awake doing this exercise.
which one, the last one or all of them?
All of them, but more the last one. And no, the tapping was, kind of hard, but the two, even in which clockwise or counterclockwise, I was sleeping, almost sleeping.
Mm. Was it a good feeling?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yes, it has a calming effect on the nervous system. That's what we talked about.
Very nice. I know that if sometime I'm not able to sleep, I will do something like that.
Do that.
Which is common, but sometimes in the middle of the night it happened the last week, and it was very rare. But now I think I can do that, and probably that works. It will be very nice.
Let me know how it goes.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you so much, Roxana.
Yeah, no matter how much you know, there's always something new to learn. And thank you for sharing that the vagus nerve is closest near the belly. I didn't know that. As you know, the tapping was very good. That was something different. I didn't feel that much during that, but the hand over the belly button circles, when it is anti-clockwise, I was just burping. I get dry burps, like I have GERD sort of sometimes.
Mm.
So it comes up dry and releases in the throat. And then I started yawning.
Mhm.
And when I do it the clockwise, a lot of wind comes. It comes from all directions. Get all the three reactions. So I think I'm releasing a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For the others who don't know, because Roxana already knows this because she attended several of mine, blurping, the wind going out on several places, that's very good because that's tension within you. In Chinese, they even talk about different kinds of wind within the body. And if it comes out, it's very good. Actually, when I was at Mantak Chia, he is also a worldwide known Qigong master. I've got one of my international degrees from him. We had to make ourselves blurb every day several times because not to have any tension within in the belly area. Yeah, it's that important. But you don't have to do that because as you see with these exercises, it starts and it happens.
May I say one more thing? I also feel like for people who are constipated, it would be a really good exercise because it would start your bowels moving.
Exactly. Yeah. Qigong is good for bowel movement. I'm one of the living examples, actually. When I started Qigong, it was in 2002, and I had no health issues whatsoever. I was always on the move. I was going into the mountains. I was doing a kind of kung fu called Choi Li Fat. I was going to dance classes, you name it. So I started attending a parapsychology school, and I met yoga, I met qigong, I met tai chi, all three of these type of exercises. Movement, yeah, here we go, come. It was that mentality I had, and even though it was once a week, I realized very soon that, oh my gosh, just doing that once a week, it builds up my muscles even more. I'm more can move more lightly. I feel much better. I'm full with energy. I could feel the shift, the change. But when I started doing qigong every day, that's when the bigger shift came, so to speak, and it's connected to constipation actually. Um, all my life, I went to the big toilet, so to say, about once, twice a week. But because I grew up in a family where nobody cared about that, in my mind, it wasn't a problem. And it didn't give me any problems. Remember, I started my talk with what you allow here, what thoughts you allow in here. And that's also connected to your belief systems. Now, what happened when I started to do Qigong every day is that I started doing the Qigong exercises maximum 10 minutes in big toilet. And I was already involved in these esoteric topics, and I knew that it's kind of a cleansing. Okay, let's let it happen, let it be. But after 4 or 5 days, I was kind of like, no, you should stop. Because it was so strange to me, every day going to toilet, what the hell. So I talked to someone and he didn't understand me. He was a Qigong teacher, actually. And I explained everything to him and he said, okay, I understand that. What's your problem? And I was like, I told him. I just told him. He's not listening to me, I thought. So big breath. Okay. I started again telling him the whole story. He got angry with me. Like, I told you I heard that, but what's your problem? And I was like, I just told him again. So big breath. And I thought to myself, oh, I should have asked somebody else. But hey, now I'm in this very I don't like situation, but hey, okay. So the third time I changed some words, I exchanged them to other words, I worked my mind to make him understand what I'm talking about, right? And then he said, well, that's what you said. Yeah, that's what I said. And then something clicked in his mind, because then he asked, okay, so how was it before? And I said, I don't know, probably once a week. Silence. That silence which you can cut. That was like my mind immediately, that's not good. So before he could speak, I said, oh, I don't know, probably 2-3 times a week. Still silence. I never forget it, but it was back around 2006, something like that, 7 maybe, more 7, yeah. And then he told me, well, you should have it every day. That's the normal. So yeah, definitely Qigong has a very good effect on bowel movement. The more important thing though, what I would like to highlight is that everything depends on what you believe in. Everything. When I did a 7-day fasting, which involved not just not eating, but not drinking at all for 7 days. According to doctors, you die after 3 days if you don't drink anything. I'm here. I didn't drink nor eat for 7 days with many other people, and I'm alive. And before I went to the camp, I had to go. It was from inside, and I wasn't good at fasting at all. So my mind said, no way I'm going there. But it came from inside, so I kind of had to go. Anyways, I was attending a course at that time called Astrosophy. And I had another person who attended the same course, and she already did this. And she asked me, do you know what happens? No idea. Do you know how it happens? No idea. And she told me, then make sure that you don't let anybody have their opinion told to you. Just decide in your body how it's going to happen, and it's going to be like that. And that's why it happened. On the 7th day, I go out from my room, and I was so shocked, because I go out to the meditation place, and everybody's face is like sunken, wrinkled, and they look terrible. And I'm like, what the hell happened to them? The previous day, nobody looked like that, And they told me, oh, don't you look like this? And I asked them back, why should I look like that? See, because in their minds, they had the information that already on the 7th day, you are kind of like so desaturated and blah, blah, blah. Okay? I didn't have that information in my mind. I never heard about it. So my skin wasn't like that. Yeah. Food for thought.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Yeah. Anybody else would like to share, or let's call it a night? I've got several silent people now on the call. All right.
Are you doing a course on this?
Sorry?
Are you going to do a course on this follow-up? Or?
I already have several courses, paid courses. Last weekend, I did a 2-day workshop as well. And I don't understand what you mean by this.
No, because
about
last time when you came on the calls and you started the Tame the Spine, the 4 modules course. So that's what I was asking. Is there something like that?
Not free. Paid,
No.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Well,
this one is free, but of course I can't give everything for free.
I know. I understand.
Yes. All right. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Enjoy the rest of your day, whatever it's midday, evening, morning. Okay. And
Thank you, Elizabeth.
thank you for coming here. Yes, thank you.
I
And
enjoyed that very much. Thank you.
oh, by the way, for the new ones, you can follow me. I'm going to put it in the chat in a second. I've got a Telegram group. I put in my Facebook page and my YouTube channel. Yes, YouTube channel. And I'm also going to have a retreat in Greece in May. If anybody is interested, you can contact me on any of these channels. Okay. Next workshop soon, Amy. Soon I'm going to do a workshop around eliminating pain, like a painkiller, but energetically, and also working with spine. And I've got also private sessions, one-on-one sessions, if anybody is interested. So you can send me a message on my Facebook page or in the Telegram group, and we will discuss it over there, okay? You're welcome, Chris. All right.